So for those who don't know me, I'm Steph Lum. I'm the editor and founder of Youth&I. I'm speaking to you tonight from Ngunnawal and Ngambri land, otherwise known as Canberra. And I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging, and acknowledge the numerous intersex First Nations people that live and have always lived on this land, and acknowledge that land in Australia has never been ceded. In Australia, we live still on stolen land and do not have a treaty with our First Nations people here. So issue 4 of Youth&I, I'd love to hold up a copy, but I don't have them printed yet. So you're going to have to look at your phones and the QR code that you've been given. Here's the previous collection that I hope to add to shortly when it's printed. But yes, look, I'm stoked to have worked with the Youth&I team, who unfortunately can't join tonight, so you're just stuck with me, but we've managed to publish another incredible, beautiful, and engaging issue. We've got so many wonderful pieces in here. For those of you who don't know what Youth&I is, it's essentially an intersex youth anthology. It's a collection of creative works, writings and artworks by our young intersex people from around the world. I work with Georgia Andrews, who's based in Wellington, Aotearoa, New Zealand, and Gabby Niemeyer, who's our fantastic graphic designer, and she's based on Naarm, Melbourne, Australia. And together we create this beautiful collection. So Youth&I reaches out to young people aged 30 and younger, accepting contributions in languages other than English. We try to increase our reach to everyone who wants to share their stories and accounts and creativity, and we translate pieces into English and publish the original and translation alongside each other. This issue has also been kindly funded by Intersex Human Rights Australia, and that's been integral to ensuring that we can get this together, and also super importantly, so that we can pay our contributors for their work, and our translators. And I think it's so important that we're showing our young people they are valued, their words are valued, and their creative work is important. Youth&I is such a special publication in the diversity of content that we have in it. And it's so powerful for what it gives to the young people in our community, a chance to be heard in their own words, not to be misconstrued by endosex or non-intersex people. And it's also such a valuable resource for the wider community who know still so little about us. And so here we can show them, we're here, we exist, and we're also different from each other as well. I'm going to quickly share some words that Georgia shared with me to pass on, and then I'll also share a few more words, and then we'll move on to some lovely recordings that some of the contributors made to share for the launch tonight. So Georgia says, I'm deeply honoured to have engaged for a third year with Youth&I contributors as stakeholder manager. This year, we've received beautiful pieces from voices as young as 7, each brimming with themes of self-love, bodily autonomy, and empowerment. Our latest issue spans 13 countries, amplifying a rich tapestry of diverse voices that reveal how powerful shared experiences can be in connecting us across borders. Many submissions emphasise the importance young people place on connecting with their peers and sharing their stories, when they have been told in the past by people in positions of authority to remain silent. A special highlight for me has been seeing new, radiant, and passionate intersex voices speaking up, setting a tone where being intersex is something to be celebrated with pride. Their courage and authenticity are lighting the way, strengthening a global community that radiates acceptance and strength. For many, this is the first time they've shared their journey or seen their words in print. Reading these stories as a young person would have been life-changing for me, and I'm overjoyed that these works will be accessible online and in print internationally. The excitement, vulnerability, and courage radiating from issue 4 submissions are truly something special. Each story is a testament to authenticity, resilience, and the unifying power of storytelling. That's from Georgia. A little bit more about this issue. The theme is grow. To steal some words from the foreword, this idea of grow, it captures learning and change, learning about who we are, that other people like us exist, and learning from our experiences and those of intersex people around us to help us grow in new ways. By learning how to live with our bodies in places that can treat us cruelly, we grow from these experiences and connections with others in new and sometimes unexpected ways. In this issue, we also reflect on who we want to become and how we can get there. We take back our agency and create our own futures. This issue captures our different relationships with ourselves over time and embraces who we are and our intention for the future. So really, we picked this theme as a way to reflect on how, things have been changing for all of us personally and as a community. On Ngunnawal land here last year, we had legislation passed to restrict medical interventions on intersex people, and we're still seeing how this will play out in practice. And as a community, we're finding more and more intersex people out there and connecting with one another at beautiful events like this retreat that you're all at. And at a personal level, I'm looking at new ways to grow storytelling amongst our community. So this publication, in fact, represents my first publication under a new publishing house that I've set up. So we're launching Y&I Issue 4, but also the first intersex publishing house, Orchid Paper Press. I wanted to let all of you know about this because I hope some of you will find it valuable. The goal of Orchid Paper Press is really to support intersex writers to publish their work. I want to work with you to edit and tell your story how you want it to be told. And I think a lot of us do struggle to get our stories published by the bigger publishing houses because, maybe they're not sensationalized enough or considered interesting and weird enough, this idea of what an intersex story perhaps should be. And so they're not considered likely to sell. But I want to help you with that where I can, because I think we all have important things that we want to share and sometimes just need a little help to get there. So enough about that for now. If you want to chat with me about that at some point, please do just email me or contact me on socials. But for now, I think we should share some of our pre-recordings, Margie, by our lovely contributors. Are you able to share that, or would you like me to send links?
No, we've got them ready to share. We're just doing a